Let's start a new game here. If you die, you can only continue with a new captain for a legacy campaign. Or if you die, you can reload or continue with a new captain. I'm gonna try Merciful Campaign. The original, is that a Gatling gun? Makes sense. The original campaign, or the original game, Sunless Sea, was done best with, or was, I believe, originally, you die, you die. I didn't even think it had a manual save system. I can't remember. Let's go with the Merciful Campaign. Aiming assistance. We'll go with no. Projectile speed standard. We'll go with, yeah, standard. All standard. I may have a little bit of trouble with this game. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. You can use otherworldly artifacts to open vaults in the Blue Kingdom. Interesting. Log of Her Majesty's locomotive, the Orphean, March 14th, 1905. Our expedition to the domains of the dead has been eventful. The Orphean is damaged and in grievous need of repairs and supplies. We're returning in haste to the Reach, where I hope to make port at New Winchester. May God be with us, for 1,000 deaths wait in the sky. Final entry of Captain Amelia Charity Whitlock, DCM, written shortly before her death. Interesting. Good start. Strong start. Failbetter Games presents... This is kind of loud, isn't it? All right. Ooh, it looks just... This is beautiful. Very much like Sunless Skies. Now, let's take a look at our options. I want to take a look at our audio situation. Let's bring the music volume up. I want to say 65. Ambient volume. $70, $80. See, I don't know if there's any music going on right now. I remember I liked the music from the original game, so there's a... We'll see about this. Okay, I gotta take a look at all this. We're all good there. Transparent UI, texture quality, beautiful, beautiful. That all looks good. And we'll go back, and we're gonna resume. All right, this is a bit different of a game. Oh, they didn't even start us with a okay. Nice. Oh, okay. You've returned to the Reach, an untamed sunless span of heavens, London's new frontier, a celestial garden run wild. Oh, hey. Oh, that's fun. Your journey back from the Blue Kingdom was tumultuous. Your locomotive is damaged, and Captain Whitlock is badly wounded. As first officer, the crew look to you. The nearest station is New Winchester. Can you get the Orphean there safely? Nice. Much to the relief of your stokers, you find a barrel of fuel among the detritus. A wreck drifts here, less fortunate even than you. We should scavenge here for repairs. Oh my god, I can say things. I can talk. The Ozymandias. Nice. The wreck hangs in the sky, pocked with recent gunfire. You and the boarding party don your sky suits, garments of waxed canvas lined with felt to protect against the cold of the sky. Two of the crew are whispering as they dress. What business did Captain Whitlock have in the Blue Kingdom anyway? Why the devil did we trespass in the districts of the dead? You silence him. Now's not the time. I more or less should be reading this with an English accent. I think that's the best. That would be the best fit. Okay, and then our options right now are leap across to the wreck, The gap between the two engines isn't wide, but the endless fathoms of heaven gape beneath it. Continue. Leading the way. You jump. Your stomach lurches with vertigo as the stars blaze above you and below. The air of the heavens is thin and torn by unpredictable winds. Then your boots hit running board of the Ozymandias, and your leather-gloved hands fumble for a hold. One of your companions throws you a line, and you lash the two engines together. Only then do the rest of the boarding party follow you. One of them forces an open exterior hatch, and you clamber inside. Her interior is cold, unlit, and whistles with wind. Your party's lamps spread buttery light over the narrow paneled passages. You make your way toward the hold, stepping over bodies crumpled in the corridor. Unfortunately, your way is blocked. A bulkhead has been mangled inward by a well-aimed barrage. All right, we can either clear the obstruction away, which is locating a length of pipe to use as pry bar, and that tests your iron skill, and that's confronting and overcoming. Or we can lead your party on a more precarious path. We can go back out to the Ozymandias' hull, climb past the blockage, and enter through a window on the far side, and carefully. And then we use our veils for that. So that's the skill of deceiving and evading. So I believe technically it's like iron strength. And I would say this is like kind of dexterity / charisma, I guess. Possibly. But it's kind of it's a little bit it's a lot less D&D and more like this is very just narrative driven. So I don't know what either of our stats are, and I don't think it's a big deal right now, so we'll give it a shot. And I think I'm going to go with the clearing the obstruction away. That seems like the most straightforward, and I feel like it's less likely we would lose people. And we succeeded in our test there. So as you strain against the stubborn steel, you remember an event from a year ago. A boiler explosion had trapped an engineer under a tangle of plating and pipework. The captain was first on the scene. You were second. Together you managed to pry the wreckage upwards enough for you to crawl beneath it, while the captain embraced the bar across her back. By all means, take your time, she grunted, as you dragged the engineer out. Back in the present, the twisted bulkhead yields. Your companions clear the exposed rubble away. The way is clear. All right, let's continue on. You've reached the Ozymandias' hold, a ruin of smashed cargo and spilled supplies. Hopefully somewhere amidst the detritus, you can find parts to repair the Orphean and restock your stores. The Orphean. Huh, that's funny. Our option is to conduct a thorough search. Your companions work quickly. The Ozymandias' hull has begun to creak. Your actions on board may have compromised its integrity. I wonder if that would have had a different situation or a different outcome if we had gone around through the window. It very well could have. Renewed. You find enough food and gear to restock your supplies and enough spare parts to make necessary repairs on the Orphean. The food will need to be thoroughly thawed, of course, but you've eaten worse than the skies. Oh-ho! Cries one of your party, prying the lid from a lid off of a long crate. It holds a cannon, still nestled in straw. Another crewman pulls a battered bird cage from a pile of ruined cargo. Within the cage, something winged and furred opens a sullen eye. You examine your finds. We gained 4 supplies. So I believe these are our supplies right here. So, and we've gained 15 hull. So that's, I believe, yeah, our life. So in case we took any damage, and I don't know if we were damaged at all. We must have been. Would be my guess. Let's see. And we will continue. All right. The Ozymandias emits a long, juddering creak. Your boarding party exchanged nervous glances. From the chaos of its hold, you've retrieved repairs and supplies and discovered some useful equipment. A gun that could be mounted on your locomotive, and an educated bat. I believe that these are... Yeah, it says you can claim both this and the bat, and you can claim both this and the cannon. So we do one, gives us the story for it, and then we can do the other one after that. This is actually kind of an interesting. The narrative layout for this game is very interesting. It's not meant to be. It's meant to be more story driven than anything, and it's meant to be kind of built in sort of a, I don't know. I want to say a card game sort of style, a card game or board game sort of way of things. It's very interesting. The background for the game is really nice. It's kind of a Victorian England. I don't know the story for this one. I know that in Sunless Seas, London gets hijacked by bats and taken underground. Basically, everybody in London lives in a giant underground cavern, like a giant underground cavern with a huge on a huge ocean, and there's a bunch of like, it's weird. It's very horror despair kind of driven, and it's very kind of open-ended as to how it goes. Okay, so we're gonna mount the Jerusalem cannon on the Orphean. Her own weapons were damaged during the flight from the Blue Kingdom. That leaves you vulnerable. So let's do that. Fire and Fury. The Cotterell and Hathersedge Jerusalem fires single shells to a good range, more or less accurately. You order 2 of your party to get it back to your vessel and fit immediately. The Ozymandias groans again. The structure shudders spasmodically. You now have 1 Cotterell and Hathersage Jerusalem. Nice. So there's going to be, I assume there's going to be equipping your train in this case. In the original one, it was just a boat. But this one is it's like in space or in the high skies or something. It's very interesting. Well, I'm confused about how it works, but it seems very cool. I'm not exactly sure where it takes place, honestly, because the story's a little weird. And we've gone back to this section again. Liberate the diffident bat and employ it as a scout. Oh, that's going to be our scout bat. Nice. It's supposed to be really cold. How can they fly? The heavens are wide, so locomotives use scouts like bats to locate things of interest. Ports, resources, wrecks like this one to scavenge. Eyes in the sky. The bat treats its rescue as an inconvenience and immediately begins haggling over pay. You offer to put it back in its damn cage and leave it on the Ozymandias, at which point it becomes more polite. You doubt it will last. Alright, we now have 1 diffident bat. Very nice. Okay, so this one I'm definitely gonna go for it. Because we do need more fuel. We are only at 2. And this bar represents a single fuel barrel. So once it gets down to the bottom, I believe a 1, yeah. So it's current barrel, 80% in the current barrel, and 2 in the hold. So it'll take 1 away and add it to the fuel, and that'll fill up the bar. Ooh, terror. Okay. You might find more fuel there. You better hurry. The Ozymandias is beginning to tear apart. All right, this is not without risk. Gonna give it a shot. Okay. Again, I don't know, and you can choose to go back. You don't have to take this if you don't want to. You're not, which is nice. The wreck of the Ozymandias screeches as metal buckles and tears. You press on through the shuddering corridors, searching frantically for the engine room. We can send a smaller party ahead to retrieve fuel, or I can go myself and conduct a hasty search. So mirrors is the skill of investigating and deducing. Hearts is the skill of convincing and enduring. So hearts and veils are kind of 2 parts of charisma, with veils also including dexterity, and hearts is charisma and I believe, constitution. And then mirrors would be kind of intelligence. Actually, maybe just intelligence. Possibly wisdom. To put it into D&D terms. Okay, so... I don't want to sacrifice anybody else. And I believe... Yeah. Okay, so it actually tells you what your percentage chance is. And it doesn't really matter which one we choose, because there's a, the 50% chance. But I believe that if we go ourselves, it will... I don't know what kind of thing we're going to sacrifice when it comes to that. I think I'm going to send myself, though, because it's not fair. It's not fair to have to send everyone to go investigate this. Oh, no. Okay, so we took some hull damage. That sucks. Flight. The engine room is gray with spilled ash and littered with corpses. Little has survived the Ozymandias' ruin. You search fruitlessly for coal, but you linger too long. As the wreck is racked with final violent tremors, you race back to the Orpheon. With a dying groan, the Ozymandias splits in two, sending shards of splintered plating spinning into the sky. Several of them bite into the Orpheon, mauling its hull. Stoking your engines, you steam away from the collapsing wreck. You were restocked at least and rearmed. So that's nice. So we did fail that check, and that's unfortunate. And we lost a little. We lost about 33% of our hull, which kind of sucks. But we're doing it. We're doing it. All right. So there's no reverse. Oh, there is reverse. Okay, cool. All right, let's get our turn on. I'm wondering if this game would be easier to play. Alright, so we can send our scout out, so we'll do that. And our scout bat's going to go look for places to land. Okay, your scout has discovered something. To see what it is, open your chart. Alright. Alright, can we... hide it? Thank you. Summoned by Captain Whitlock. Did that tell me how to open that? Okay, it doesn't matter. Vic, where's your meg at? Is that it is a steam locomotive capable of flight? Yes. And that's actually unclear because I don't know. I haven't figured this out yet. If you're not familiar with the original game of Sunless Skies, it's got this whole like really weird kind of open-ended mythology about. London it's Victorian England. London gets kidnapped by bats. Yes, you heard what I said. The whole city gets hijacked by bats and taken to the underworld, which is literally just a cavern beneath the world. But that's actually kind of up in the air too, because it could be the actual land of the dead or not. It's very hard to say because people who are live on the Untersee. Yes, this is the sequel to Sunless Skies. Yes. Yeah, so in Sunless Skies, London gets hijacked to the underworld, and it's all about sailing the Untersee, and like discovering interesting stuff, and it's very, very fun. But people who are like in the Untersee have trouble if they go back to the surface, because they can. There's ways to get to the surface. They can't stay there because it's like too bright. Yeah, Underworld. Where's Hades? Where's Hades then? And Zagreus and your Meg. Damn good question, Monfrere. Damn good question. Let's see here. Summoned by Captain Whitlock. The walls of the captain's cabin are lined with hodgepodge of curios from across the sky. Captain Whitlock lies in bed. Black marks cover her skin like a monstrous brand. When she coughs, coils of acrid smoke pour from her lungs. Is that because she's smoking, or is that just because she got smoke lung or something? All right. We can inquire. I don't know if we can do both. I'm going to inquire after the captain's injuries. Hey, what's up, Umiel? Yes, so it's a flying steam locomotive. Yeah, I never got to that part. I'm not sure about what the deal with this is. I don't think this is in the sky. I'm pretty sure this isn't the skies of the ground. I'm pretty sure this is actually in the skies. So it may actually be these are things that are in orbit. And so the I don't know, it's very, I haven't heard much yet, but I think we'll like kind of learn more about it as the game goes on. Yeah, very steampunky. It is absolutely. It's very it's interesting because it's steampunk, but also not, because I don't know. It's very weird. It's steampunky. It's also just kind of Victorian horror. All right, so let's. The locomotive's doctor attends her. His lips are tight. The brand. A word of living fire pursued the Orphean across the sky, or across the Blue Kingdom. It caught you just before you passed through the transit relay to the Reach, and set its brand upon the captain. It's burned itself right through her, the doctor whispers. When I closed the worst of her wounds, I could see the sign seared into her bones and her organs. Judging from her symptoms, it's on the inside of her lungs too. The captain leans to one side and vomits a plume of fire into a copper bowl. There's nothing the doctor can do. Damn, dude. Alright, so we can talk to both of her. We can talk to her too. Yeah, love punk, Steamcraftian, yes. Steamcraft sounds like a bad Minecraft mod. Or just a regular Minecraft mod. It probably is, if I had to bet. Also, how you guys doing today? How you folks doing? Alright. Approach the bedside. The captain opens her eyes as you draw near. She attempts to smile. Her mouth is blistered from the blue fires that dance across her dance on her tongue. Oh, Jesus. Her hand grips your arm. Her skin is hot as a kettle. Made arrangements. The Orphean will be yours. Her voice is just a rasp of burned meat breath. But promise. She breaks off to scream a word in a language that was not made for human mouths. When she resumes speaking in English, she is weaker. Her request a little more than a gasp. Promise me one last service. Promise. All right. I'm guessing that we can actually ask all these questions, or we can. Okay, no, we can't do that. We can do all of these. What do you guys think about this one? Which one should I do? I can promise. I can make no promise and tell her to rest. Yeah, I think it might be a pick one. But, I mean, the last one wasn't a pick one either, so who knows? It's hard to say. I mean, these two obviously are counter, but who knows? This could be kind of like one of those Legend of Zelda things where it's like, you know, you do have an option and it leads to different paths, but it will bring you back to the beginning. Since you're the pity guy, promise her, let the lady go with peace in her heart. Yeah, let's do it. Whatever it is, you'll see it done. She sinks back, relieved. All in my will, she gasps. Be a better... She breaks off as sigils burned into her bones flare, glowing cherry red through her flesh and skin. Better captain than I. The effort exhausts her. She sinks back into the scorched pillows and a twisting, frantic fever. The walls of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge of curios. Oh yeah, okay, we've already done that. So yeah, so that was the single option. And she's still alive. But, I mean, that probably won't remain that way. I'm guessing either she'll die on the journey, or we'll make port and she'll leave this ship and probably die there. Dying is super weird in this game, too, because... Or, dying was super weird in Sunless Skies. Yeah, for certain definitions of alive, absolutely. Alright, take your leave. You have an engine command. Onward! Okay, other business. You leave the cabin... and the scorched stink of its air behind, and return to the bridge. New Winchester is further than you'd like, and the captain hasn't long left. Okay. So we can. Alright. So that's a shoot. Oh. Alright, so we're getting close to, overload. Or overheating, rather. And I'm gonna have to remember, Please don't kill me. I mean... Boom, baby. Perfect. Yeah, what an oblivion is that is right. I don't know. Skyfish. This is my guessing. A cantankerous. Placated. The cantankerous are lumbering half-fossilized isopods that will attack anything they disapprove of. Given that they are very ancient and murderously grumpy, that means almost everything. Cantankerous. The defeated cantankerous has been blasted in smithereens. Only a cloud of stony chunks remain. There we go. It's scorched. Absolutely. Okay, so we can... We don't have much terror to lose at this point, so we're fine. But we might want to drop that away, or I don't want to take this chance because we only have a 24% chance, and that's not great. So let's take the loss to terror. So the fragments could be a menace to passing engines, cleared out of the way, as a service to other Skyfarers. One good deed. You gently shunt the larger pieces away. The crew are heartened to be doing something for the general good. Your terror has fallen. Alright, so we've dropped down to 5%. That's nice. Good to know. Alright, so I do want to take a look, because we did some scavenging. We can look at our cart. Okay, so that's the Blue Kingdom Transit Relay. And our scout has discovered something over there. So I think we're going to take a right here. Alright. Very ancient and murderously grumpy. Sounds like you. You're not ancient. Aw, shit. Damn it. Damn it. There we go. I'm betting that this might be hard. This might be easier to play with a controller. At least in conjunction with this. Are you saying I'm murderously grumpy, mate? Because you'd be damn right. Nice. Your words, not mine, friend. That's fair. Okay, so... Oh, so, yeah, this one we wouldn't be able to do this. We wouldn't have to do this if we were at max hull, so that's why you needed 29 at most, because we had 30 max. Okay. The Reach Marauder is defeated. You prepare to board the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone's humming a song of victory. We can raid the remains, or we can strip it for repairs. The Marauders pillage homesteads and hunt travelers all across the Reach. They often carry stolen valuables. I want to strip it for repairs. You can't stop laughing now? Okay, all under control. Breathe in, breathe in. Yeah, that Gatling. Right. It's a shiny beast, that is. I'm gonna say, as much as I want the repairs, I didn't take any damage in that last fight. So let's raid the remains. Ill-got gains. Your boarding party returns with wallets and watches, cufflinks, lockets, and keepsakes. You store them in the safe to be pawned when, if, you make it back to port. Awesome. We flippin' did it. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. We made it to a dock. Load only, it says. New Winchester, 512 experience gained. Nice. Chugga 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 is very satisfying. Absolutely. Oh yeah, Some nice quid, right? That was another thing too. I haven't heard a lot of music yet, but I can. Mess with the sound. Also, I got a new chair, so I'm mucking with that. And apparently it sinks into my thing a little bit more. Well, that doesn't matter. Yeah, you're getting Star Sector vibes. Absolutely. Show chair? Okay. Ah! Damn it! Ah! Alright. Yeah. This bad boy. Look at that. Isn't that sexy? That's nice. Alright, let's lurk now. Let's stop messing with a bug where you could get... There we go. It's a classy chair, absolutely. It's not how you would sit on a chair, Ben. I feel that. I mean, you're a little taller than I, so you would probably have it up a little bit more. You're less lurking now that now you stop messing with a bug where you could get on to a bonfire in DS3. You couldn't get into a bonfire in DS3. Oh man, I should really put some money. Or I should really consider Dark Souls as an option for streaming this month too, because that would be a good one. Let's see. Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire. Nice, by the way. Classic chair, thank you. Sit on the back. Could do. I'm not terribly tall. I'm like 5'6", 5'7", which is... I don't know what that... I admit I fully do not know what that is in metric. If someone wants to do the conversion, I would love to know. You're considering investing in either a gaming or office chair. I would recommend an office chair. Definitely, I've heard many people say that yes, office chairs are generally better. People that have tried both, whatever. This one is really pretty nice. It took me a long time to decide, but I'm glad I came out with it. At least you, Umiel, at least you didn't say, I trust you've learned your lesson. Inside the cold painting, curiosity could be your cross. That damn, what is that? What's that place called? Yeah, 5'7". That's the only one. That's the only line you remember from the game. Your gaming chair didn't last long, but you're also £1 million, and I feel that too. Feel that too. Okay. Arrival at New Winchester. You coast into the bustle, the din, the soot, and the steam of Wolvesey Station. It's clogged with other engines, scrappy mining locomotives from Lustrum Way, weathered explorers gleaming with frost, sleek company vessels with bright brass fittings. No sooner have you pulled into the sidings than a brusque station master bustles over. He requests to come aboard. I must speak with your captain, he insists, brandishing a ledger. The usual formalities. You want to meet that guy's voice actor and punch him in the face? Oh, come on. It's not his fault the lines were written like that. I'm 174 centimeters. Thank you. It's more likely, yeah. Oh, a little bit shorter than you. Fair enough. It's 5'6", 5'7". Like really, it's probably more in the 5'6" department if I had to guess. At least 5'6", 5'7" on a good day. 7'5" in spirit. Look at the Orphean's doctor. He has just appeared at your shoulder. His face is solemn. His hat is in his hands. He lowers his eyes. I bet I know what that means. The passing. The crew exchange bleak, wordless looks. The Orphean itself feels suddenly more empty. The station master looks confused. You inform him that unfortunately Captain Whitlock has just passed. Ah, he says neutrally. Sorry to hear that. Very sad, very sad. He waits for what he considers an appropriate amount of time and a half, considers an appropriate minute and a half before continuing. Alas, even amidst tragedy, the cogs of bureaucracy must turn. If Captain Whitlock is deceased, the station authority require their answers from the first officer. He dons a set of spectacles and locates his pen. It will be relatively painless. Name, background, purpose of visit, etc. Shall we begin? Just the amount of times you've heard it pains you. Fair. Rest in peace, Captain. You had 2 funerals in 3 days. Man, I'm sorry about that. I know about one. I heard one of them. That's rough. That's super rough. It's not gonna get better with this one, I'll tell you. People will be dying up in this. All right. Yes. Let us begin. All right. So this is actually the this is where we're constructing our captain here. So you guys can help me decide what we're going to go with this. So create your captain. Today, London lies between the stars. Her new empire unfolds across the heavens. But 10 years ago, before the Northern Gate was open, before the renewed Empress led her people into the skies, it lay in a vast cavern far beneath the earth. Deep, dark, marvelous. Who were you then? Yeah, and tell me how the sound is, too. Like, if I need to, you know, tip the music down or whatever, I would love to know it. That would be really useful. Yeah, more if you scroll right. We'll go through it right now. So, first option is a street urchin. No parents, no laws, no masters. But also no roof over your head, no money, and often no dinner. Freedom comes at a price. You will begin with high veils, the skill of evading and deceiving. A soldier. Yours was not to reason why. Yours was not to do. Yours was but to do and die. How very. Yeah, the music is beautiful. I remember loving the music in the first in Sunless Skies too. You will begin with high iron. I think it was called irons in the original one, but high iron, the skill of confronting and overcoming. So this one's high charisma / dex. This one's high strength. A poet, the pen, the ink, the blank, monstrous page. You will begin with high hearts, the skill of convincing and enduring. So this is charisma, half of charisma, and constitution, essentially, I believe. An academic, a student of the sciences, the arts, and of philosophy. You'll begin with high mirrors, the skill of investigating and deducing. So that's high intelligence, at least in theory. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, it must be convincing and enduring. This must be, Oh! Okay, there are only 4. So, hearts is charisma and wisdom. Irons would be strength and constitution. Yeah. Yeah, persuasion in Dungeons and Dragons, persuasion is a charisma, I believe. Actually, I can't prove that. I have the book right here. I could look it up, but I don't want to. Okay, a priest. Hymns and hymnals. Sundays and sermons. You will begin with high hearts, the skill of convincing and enduring. So this gives you a certain stat, but it also gives you a certain background, too. So that's important to know. You're just vibing to your own music that sounds like an auto-tuned automaton? Oh, automaton? As in like a robot? The little class? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, a Zailor. So that's what they called Zailors on the Z. which is the Untersee. There we go. You rove the mournful, merciless waters of the Untersee. You begin with high iron, the skill of confronting and overcoming. Okay, a ministry auditor. For a time, you served at the Ministry of Public Decency, which has become Her Majesty's preferred instrument. Interesting. I believe it's written automaton. So A-U-T-O-M-A-T-O-N. Oh, no, oh, not that? Dumb instrument? Oh! Oh! It's its own thing. Ouroboros, welcome. I dig that icon, by the way. GlitchCon? Nice. Welcome, by the way. It's actually is a thing. Okay. And that's how it sounds. Okay, so O-T-A-M-A-T-O-N-E. And that's how it's spelled. Interesting. It looks like a note. I've never heard of that. I don't think I've heard of it anyway. Okay, and that's high mirrors. Okay, revolutionary. The world is broken. One way for the rich, another for the poor. You decided to do something about it. You begin with high veils, the skill of evading and deceiving. All right, you own one. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, definitely link it. I'll take a look. Put it in Discord. I'll be able to look it on my phone easier. All right, so this is our list here. Let's go ahead and throw your suggestions in here. We can do any of these: street urchin, soldier, poet, academic, priest, sailor, ministry auditor, revolutionary. I'm sort of leaning urchin, sailor, or revolutionary, but I could do any. Sounds a little like a theremin, really, with a bulb on the end to give it weird resonance. Interesting. Okay, haven't changed the batteries in years, so it is an electric. Okay. Yeah, theremin, good stuff. So what do we think here? Throw your suggestions out. Sailor would be the easy one because that would fit with the last game. And that's, I don't know, that's kind of my feels on it. All right, let me take a look at it. Take a look at this beast. Thank you for that. Whoa, that's crazy. That's so crazy. That is so crazy looking. It has a mouth? Do you squeeze the mouth? That is so cool. If you make a revolutionary, you gotta call him Monkey D. Dragon. And a sailor, we could call him Monkey D. Luffy. You want... Yeah, let's do revolutionary. I can't remember if we name him or not. I'm pretty sure we do. Okay, so you were a revolutionary. The law offered you no protection. The engines of the state were against that, which you knew to be just. So how do you resist? Okay, so with your feet and your fists, you marched, and when marching wasn't enough, you fought. That increases the iron, still confronting, and affiliates you with villainy. Okay. With your mind, lies are the tools of tyrants. You publish research to expose those lies and illuminate injustice. And this increases your mirrors, the skill of investigating and deducing, and affiliates you with academe. With your art, art travels swiftly. It cannot be imprisoned. It cannot be hanged. Increases your hearts, the skill of convincing and enduring, and affiliates with Bohemia. You like the iron approach, but you don't know what the implications could be. It's important to note that Look up Lab over Snake Mouth from the Bug Fables OST and tell me the background instrument, like a couple seconds, doesn't sound like an automaton. Automaton? Yeah, throw it in the Discord in the general chat or I don't actually know where it would be a good place for it. We could go. What do you guys think on this one, by the way? We could go. I'm down with either. Or I'm down with any of them, obviously, but I'm down with Fists or Mind. iPod Shufflers, that's the one. Thank you. That would be the best place. Thanks for hard on mobile. That is true. That is fair. Well, if someone looks it up, they can post it in there too. Okay, so I'm leaning. So we took Revolutionary. That was Veils. What do you guys think? Mind or Fists? Villainy or Academe? Vic, you were thinking Fists. And here's the thing, like, the morality in this game is very fluid. Like in real life. Revolutionary intrinsically conveys the idea of violence. Yes, but we can fight against that. We can revolt against it. And think of the song, Renegades of Punk. Martin Luther King was a revolutionary. I will go. Yeah, let's go with Fists. We'll go with that. Create your captain. Choose an ambition. What does winning mean to you? So this is our win condition. The game is mostly just about developing the story and seeing the places and getting it down and, you know, fighting stuff. So the truth for most Pog story, absolutely. I could go. You know what? If I want to go for the truth, I'm feeling that I'm actually going to go with Academe on this, or Academy, maybe is. Fame is the easiest, not surprising. I don't expect to win. that's just how I'm doing it. But I did do it in the kind of easy mode, so we can load from saves. You want the truth for the most Pog story? Well, I'll read them all off. Okay, so wealth, you want a comfortable retirement, and by comfortable you mean extravagant. Many have made their fortunes out among the stars. Many more have failed, broken and lost in the drifting night. Will you be different? To win, gather a substantial retirement fund, acquire lodgings at Hubport, and retire. This is the main win condition for Sunless Skies when it was in its primary stages, I believe, and then it opened up to other ones. Fame, you will immortalize your exploits in the Song of the Sky. For centuries, people have launched themselves Song of the Sky. Oh man, I've been listening to a podcast called Campaign. Their first podcast, it's an actual play role-playing game podcast. The first one, Campaign, was a Star Wars one, but their second one is called Skyjacks. It's a custom, like, stream, or like the world is built as they play the game. It's very nice. It's very cool. It's very fun. With some really good music. You lost your balance just standing somehow? The truth because yeah, okay. Anyway, for centuries, and Song of the Sky reminded me of that. For centuries, people have launched themselves into the unknown in the hope of making a name for themselves. You're sure you'll succeed. After all, you've never heard of anyone who didn't. Oh, it's so true. So true. Gather stories of your exploits and write about them in New Winchester. All right, the truth. Even the stars have secrets, but they won't keep them from you. A message from an old friend begins in an unwise quest to learn a secret that the stars hide. What drives you? Curiosity? Justice? Insolence? Whatever it is, it will be tested. Be warned, this is a demanding ambition, best played by a lineage that has already completed wealth or fame. What do you think? What do you think? We could do fame easily. I mean, we could try fame first if we're thinking of playing this, because I'm definitely willing to play this more often. We could go right for the truth. The truth. Okay. We'll do the truth. All right. So appearance. This already looks pretty dope. Yes. Yeah. So also this game is very much. You'll note that there's no gender in this. It's you can be called anything you want. You can be called anything you want, a title of anything you want, and I believe this is, yeah, but your captain's gender is up to you. This will determine what people call your captain, and the gender is up to you. It's not about that. It's like whatever you want it to be. I'm trying to think. Either that one, this one, I think, or maybe this one. That first hair was pretty good. This game gets character creation right. That's absolutely true. Food. All right, Vic. We'll see you in a while here. Ooh, goggles. All right, let's see. There's a part of me that wants that one. I want either the big beard. Ooh, that one's a good one too. I want big beard or strong jaw. Ooh. Goggles full stop. So there's 13, I think it was like 4. Let's see, 13, 4. Yeah, 13, 4, 13, 4, 13, 14, or 4. And I'm definitely going for this one, I think. Yeah. Yes. Thinking outfit 5. I'm definitely feeling nose 3. Yeah, let's go with nose 3. You wonder if Sunless Skies also has the sun. I don't know. Is that a thing? How many outfits are there here? 16 probably? Nope. 12. So either 0, 2, or 5. You mean it? The sun? Actually, this one's good too. The right one. Yeah. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. That's pretty dope. Hell, that one's a good one too. Damn. This is tough. All right, let's go with that. I like that. And we'll say, specialist, doctor, professor, officer, archivist, principal, administrator, secretary, attendant, nurse, comrade, brother, sister, madam, sir, citizen. Go with captain. So, yeah. Let's keep randomizing this. Menzies. Alderdice. Whipple. Malloy, Campbell, Smythe. Ooh, I kind of like Captain Smythe. We could go with Monkey. Well, no, let's go with Smythe. I'll take that. Well, I'll sit on it. Smythe is good. Smythe is good. There we go. All right, so let's continue with that. Digging it. Feeling it. Damn. We got some. So it must start. I'll start at. Yeah, I'm guessing it all starts at 10. Then for our mind affiliation, we get a +7, and for our origin, we get a +15. So depending on what you would go with. All right, let's start this beast. All right.